Dak saying it's not the time or venue for protest, and obviously football brings him
His
peace.
opinion, yeah.
We also know the players are looking for peace in terms of social injustice. Darren, I want to start with you on here.
You know, I agree. Like, hey, football's always been my sanctuary, and it hasn't been a platform for me to protest. But that doesn't, you know, I would defend the right for anyone at any point to protest. And I think Dak feels the same way. I don't think he's trying to shut down everyone as far as their protests. They want to protest, then be it. I think Dak's in a position where he's saying, I believe that I'm going to stand in this situation, support my brothers at the same time. But I think we have to go for. I mean, to me, it's like we're on the surface of who Dak Prescott is, because we don't know him. I know the man.
Okay. Do you have a problem with his comment?
I don't have a problem with this guy. I think it was framed in a way that he didn't seem like he supported the social injustices. I think he should have spoke on that more. I think we keep on talking about anthem when it should be more social injustice, and this is what we're doing. And I think that's what we need to talk about with these players. There are so many players out there who are reaching out. There are so many players that are using their platform outside of just the football field, but out in the community, even the Jones family, helping the players do such things in the community. I just don't think we're talking about that. We're just talking about the anthem.
And that's why I respectfully disagree with your position on this, and I think that you should be just a touch a little harder on Dak in that regard. This is not to point fingers at Dak Prescott, the man. He seems to be a great, great guy. Obviously, he's got a great future. And I hear a lot about the stuff that he does in the community that needs to be recognized. But when you are from a community that is disenfranchised, when you are from a community, even though, you know, the interracial element is there with his parenting, I certainly know that. But when you are from a community based on your own ethnicity that's disenfranchised, and you have witnessed personally the issue get hijacked by the President of the United States and co-signed by your boss, he is a highly intelligent and articulate young man who is fully capable, with the cachet to go with it, to sit up there and say the same exact thing that he said, but also not fail to add, I need to talk to my boss about this, because there are things that he is saying and there are things that he has alluded to that I personally disagree with on behalf of my brothers. But that is a conversation, Max, for me to share privately with Jerry Jones. He could have said that, and he didn't.
You guys have focused, I think, sufficiently on Dak.
Sure.
I'd like to focus on Jerry Jones.
Sure.
This is the problem I have with what Jerry Jones is doing. The cynical appeal to patriotism, really nationalism, you know, that's really what it's about.
Is hypocritical an appropriate word too?
What's that?
Is hypocritical an appropriate word too?
I think so. And I think, but it's about the bottom line, right? We talked about that cynicism and the business of it all. And the problem I have with it is he's creating an atmosphere now where you don't know really what Dak Prescott feels. Now, I think Dak Prescott, he appears to me to be an honest guy, the way he presents himself. He appears to me to be a natural leader. You know, you saw him preseason before his rookie year, you go, that's a franchise quarterback. He just had that thing. But because of that, he doesn't want to make waves. He wants to bring everyone together and lead, you know, find a path forward. And so when the boss says the owner of the franchise makes his position clear about what this franchise is going to tolerate or is about as it relates to the anthem, Dak Prescott as a leader on that team, listen, even if that's his genuine feeling, and it may be, he and I just maybe disagree, and he's entitled to his opinion. This is America after all, still. But you just don't know if that's really his opinion because of what the boss just said.
I agree, totally agree.
But here's where I disagree with you, Max. I don't know if I can blame Jerry Jones for that because of what I just articulated. You don't have to call him out. He is your boss. I understand that. But at that particular moment, without going into detail, where does the sensitivity lie? With a boss who's cutting you a check, or with your community of brothers who have been left hanging because the issue has been hijacked? What I'm saying to you is that as a black man, to simply stand up and say, I support them. There are things that I am not going to share with y'all. I'll talk to Jerry about that because that is my boss. But please know,
that would have been better.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying he could have done that. I can't hold Jerry Jones accountable for him not at least letting us know that. I can't do that.
What you're talking about is there is an optimal way of handling this, and what he did was suboptimal.
Yeah, could
but
have used more nuance.
The content of what he said itself, I don't have the problem with. The problem was the context in which he made the comment makes me not know
well,
how
I have
he
a
really
problem
feels.
with what he left out. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
I have a problem with what he left out.
I have a problem with leaving out social injustice. I have a problem with the fact that Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones put their players in this situation.
Right.
That's the problem.
And I have a problem with
these
the
guys.
not the time or venue. A protest isn't supposed to be comfortable. We will leave it there, guys.